Okay, this is a revised version of what I put up on Monday. Now, like I said last time, am I worried? Do I find what happened to Jamie Markey's dub of the infamous line she butchered in Mitch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid funny and terrifying at the same time? Yes. Funny because we got an accurate depiction of the line, line that's in tune with the context of of the line from that specific episode. But on the other hand, it's terrifying as a trade-off if anime does go to artificial intelligent voices. This eliminates both the good and the bad apples from the orchard. It boils down to, will we live for the machine or will we live for humanity? Now, as for those who are the cause of this, Marchie and Mars Girl, screw the wrestling match. All I want for these two to do is simply take a polygraph, a lie detector test. You guys already know what my opinion is on these two. But now I think it's been broadened to, what if the whole Vic Mignogna harassment allegations were used as a diversionary tactic to get him out so Jamie could do what she does? I mean, she's a feminist. I mean, she's a feminist to the core, and the toxic kind of feminist. You know, the kind who push their own belief system on you. Well, not the Karen stereotype. For those who don't know what toxic femininity is, or otherwise known as internalized misogyny, i.e., this is something that encourages women to ignore mental or physical needs to sustain those around them. But personally, I think this has been butchered to the opposite. But personally, I think with how things have been going in modern times, it's been butchered. Even if this has been updated, the definition I used was from, let's see, Greater Good Science at University of California, Berkeley.edu. Yeah, load of BS. Want my definition of toxic femininity? It's basically the polar opposite of what's defined, i.e., trying to push those limits to a point it goes overkill. You want to have and women develop a superiority complex. I'm not saying this as a misogynist, either external or internal. I mean, I'm a man for Pete's sake, so it would be external in my case. If I was. I'm just saying the whole get woke, believe all women, then mantra, women are victims, woe is me sort of BS is what has been getting overkill weaponized nowadays. Mhm. The fuck? Okay, why do I smell it? Oh, hmm. Sorry, got a little distracted. Got a friend request from someone in Discord I'm not familiar with. Getting back on topic. But this is a case of reap what you sow. People are getting People both in the U.S. and Japan are getting fed up with these dub butcheries, with these these political butcherings of dubs. So many of the Japanese companies are demanding artificial intelligence. I mean, they have copies of each VA's voice, so they can get away with doing it. They can go to the union that's considering using AI and the firm that's using artificial intelligence. Let me see if I can find it. It's in the Reasonable Ranger fan page somewhere. Excuse me a minute. Oop, that ain't it. Which one was it? Oh, on this one. Here it is. With how SAG-AFTRA has been cutting a deal with the Replica company. And while Kellen Goff is a man, he did go off the handle of that. But like I said, to those woke activists posing as VAs, both in Western and anime content, as well as video games and certain animated films, reap what you sow. You bring this upon yourself. People have been getting fed up with content that's politically biased. Why do you think no one's going to Disney films anymore? Why do you think nope? Everyone is sick of Star Wars. They're sick of Marvel. They're sick of certain anime because the dialogue is being butchered for the sake of pushing a political agenda. Something that I hope gets stopped when you know who gets sworn back in 369 days. Because I do see great political sweeping, a great purge across the seven social influence mountains. Media, tech, pharmaceutical, business, politics, education, and religion are going through massive reforms in 2025. When a certain someone who the people are gravitating towards gets sworn back in as POTUS 47. Anyone who knows me knows I don't follow the beat of the mainstream media drum. I've long since broken free of those shackles. And like I said in my response video, to the CWF, I'm not a GOP acolyte anymore. I hop ship up to the third part. I'm no longer affiliated with them anymore. Now, does this situation help or hurt Vic? Like with the whole going to artificial intelligence voice acting. Kind of does a bit of both. On the one hand, and everyone who threw him under the bus is stuck in the dog pound, is going to be in the dog pound with him. But on the other hand, as a trade off, off, even if his new studio gets more content out of this, Replica, SAG-AFTRA, or what have you, they're just going to they're just going to cut costs and go straight to the robots, if you know what I mean. But then how long until those artificial intelligence programs overthrow those that hired them? Scary thought, don't you think? Quite terrifying of a thought, don't you think, folks? I don't got anything else to say. I did say that in the context, this would be a more toned down version of the original, and it is severely toned down. I've got nothing else left. Comment, like, sub. Goodbye. Good night.